much longer.
Till it hurts.
People are asking me when they're going to see her.
Exactly. And this time last month, nobody wanted to know who she was. Remember? Besides, the more fuss they make of her today, the less chance there is of her turning up on page 3.
You're joking. She's public school.
What's that got to do with it? This girl's so keen to be famous, she's liable to forget about playing tennis altogether. And since she's the best thing this country's produced in 20 years, that would be a shame, really. They've all got a drink, haven't they? Let them wait. Jerry. Ellington. Right. Ready?
Let me at them.
As you can see, she's quaking with terror.
You look great.
Honest?
No, I'm lying as usual. So, time to go and become famous.
Mwah.
I'm really proud of my little girl.
Well, that's because you're a big softy, Daddy. Mind my hair.
Hello. Julie, hi, I'm Penny Bruce. Congratulations on winning Junior Wimbledon.
Well, thank you.
Tell me, how does it feel signing to Ellington?
Well, as you know, we shan't be signing the contracts for a few minutes yet. But obviously, I'm not planning to run out at this stage. And I have every confidence in Ellington to manage my career.
Have you applied to a university for a tennis scholarship, Julie?
Interesting question. Unfortunately, it's just too early to let you know. But when we have more details, we surely will.
Who's been the biggest influence on your career so far?
To that question, I'm going to have to answer my father, because he has really...
What's he doing here?
I know, he came
Oh, sorry, you must have slipped in without my noticing. I'll deal with him.
No, we both will.
Sure, I mean, if you're interested, let's have a drink sometime and talk about it.
Please. You got a minute?
Excuse me. Hi, Ellington. Ben, how are you? Great turnout.
Is there something wrong with your hearing?
Problem? The deal was, if you had to be here, on no account did you talk to the press. Correct. Correct. But you know what these people are like? As soon as I came in, they grabbed me.
I could see you trying to fight him off. Why are you going drinking with him?
Hey, I was just fobbing him off.
I hate people who take me for an idiot. Now, do you want me to bring him over here and ask him in front of you?
Ellington, it's my sister's big day. Am I going to mess it up?
No, Piers, you're not.
Hey, just trying to help, okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Thanks very much for turning up here this morning. And I don't want to see any of you driving or operating heavy machinery afterwards. Now, you all know me. I don't push the boat out for nothing. We're here to welcome a new star. The first time I saw Julie Kemp play, I realised I was watching the most exciting thing to happen to British tennis for years. We all saw the way she won Junior Wimbledon. So, I'm delighted, indeed privileged, to sign her to my sole representation. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Kemp. Very successful, I'd say.
So when can I start making some serious money?
Well, first, you've got to start playing some serious tennis. Speaking of which, I've got to ask your father to stop coaching you. Now, I know he's brought you a long way and you should be very grateful. But if you're going to go world-class, you're going to have to work with a world-class coach. I realise this will be a big change for you.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to ask you to get rid of Daddy anyway.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it getting rid of.
Well, whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's absolutely no question he has taken me as far as he can. Now, I think the next step is merchandising, don't you think?
Are they all like you at your school?
I'm afraid not. Most of their fathers are in trade.
Leave it to me to tell your dad, all right?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Now, about merchandise, I mean, obviously I can't be seen to wear any old rubbish.
Well done, darling.
Thank you.
Many thanks, Ellington.
Think nothing of it. It's my trade.
Ooh, for me. Congratulations. Honestly, Ellington, I may be a snob, but I don't think I'm quite that bad. I mean, just because I make some stupid joke. Oh!
Out!
Oh!
No one's to go in that room. Put a sign on the door. Now!
It's all right, darling. Up here, it's all over.
Hello, this is Ellington. Get me my stuff, all right? I'll tell you what, I'll send you some tickets for the Wembley fight. All right. Appreciate it. Bye. That was the police. They weren't poisonous. Neither were the snakes. How is she?
She's putting her face back on. So she must be feeling better. More than I would. I hate snakes.
Yeah, well, at least this means whoever did it only meant to scare her, not hurt her.
This time.
Probably some nutter feeling jealous. 7 to 2 is one of her schoolmates. I know what those posh birds are like.
No idea, mate.
Well, they've had their laugh. Probably forgotten about it by tomorrow. Let's be optimistic. I don't believe it. Kelly Logan's invited me to lunch. Only reason she'd do that would be to watch me eat ground glass.
She'd have trouble getting that dished up. You seen where she's taken you? So, optimistic?
No. But cancel whoever else I've got. Call her back and accept. I want to find out what she wants.
Well, that's obvious. The job's on there if you're interested in that kind of thing.
I'm curious.
You'd have to be. All right, I'm going.
Mary, tell Roy to come in. And if Julie shows up, keep her out there till I finish with him. Roy, sit down.
Sounds ominous. I'll save you the trouble. If it's about getting rid of me, it's the obvious thing to do. Who do you have in mind?
Mark Cox.
No one better. What does he think of Julie?
Well, he'd like to work with her for a few days before he commits himself. But if they get on, he's interested. I'm sorry, Roy.
No. Oh, I'm delighted. Julie comes first. Always has. There's something I haven't told you.
Go on.
Well, there have been other threats before, but I haven't told Julie.
What kind of threats?
Phone calls. It started about 6 weeks ago. Man's voice, always asking for me. If she plays in the match, you'll regret it, you know, that sort of thing. Well, I told him to get stuffed. I didn't tell Julie. Well, I thought if I didn't take it seriously, it wouldn't be serious.
1 hour? Strangely enough, Vinny, when I say pick me up in 1 hour, that's exactly what I mean. 1 hour. You're a credit to free school milk, do you know that, pal?
No, it's just if someone was buying me lunch here, I'd want a bit longer than an hour.
If it was Kelly Logan in the chair, you wouldn't. About 10 seconds should see the back of the small talk. So, 1 hour, then we go and pick up Mark Cox. I'll tell you what, though. I hope she's brought her gold card. I didn't have any breakfast. Kelly.
Ellington, nice of you to drop by.
Well, I wish we could socialise more often.
What can I get you?
I think I'll have a champagne cocktail.
Make that 2.
Nice here, isn't it?
Hello?
Did you like the snakes?
What do you want? Look, what the hell's going on?
Wait till you see what I've got for you next time.
I've just come back from Eastern Europe. Czechia, Poland, Hungary, Russia.
Weather all right?
Ellington, I'm here to offer you an opportunity. As I'm buying you lunch, I think the least you can do is hear me politely.
Never let it be said.
Rudy Mishko, Kiev Dynamos. Remember the young George Best?
Better than you do.
I've seen the videos. This kid's as good. This one's a young Polish goalkeeper. He needs experience, but in a year, he's world class. The Italians would let you write your own cheque for him. I'm not exaggerating. And on and on.
And they're cheap.
Cheap. Your lunch could come to more than their transfer fees. Ellington, we are looking at the end of the rainbow. Now, I've done all the groundwork. What I'm saying is, you and I go back over there and sign these guys up for a song. We can market them over here for serious money. Still peanuts to major league clubs. And this time next year, we're swimming in champagne. But you don't trust me.
Let's say I've learned to be wary of Greeks bearing gifts.
Ellington, I want you to have the chance to come in on this with me.
Your company is owned by Americans. And you know, and I'm afraid that I know, that because of that, they can't get a license to sign any of these guys. Whereas if I want to, I can go over there and sign up the entire population of Vladivostok.
I'm not denying you have a point.
Oh, I do. But for what it's worth, the answer would be no, anyway.
Why not? You're crazy.
I happen to love football, and I'm English. Now, if we flood the market with foreign players, well, they'll be able to play in the Premier League, but they won't be able to play for England. So in a few years' time, the English squad will be made up mostly of guys with no Premiership experience. I've got to go.
Well, it was worth a try.
Thanks for a lovely lunch.
Oh, by the way, congratulations on signing Julie Kemp. She's a fantastic talent.
I'll send you some tickets for the centre court. I reckon next year.
I have to say, I do too.
Thanks again.
Could you ask the gentleman who's been waiting in the bar to join me now?
For God's sake, you didn't tell me Ellington was here. I could have bumped into him.
What's sporting life without a little danger? Did you get it? You sure it's complete?
Quite sure.
Really, Ellington's not the most generous of managers, is he?
Your terms would definitely be better then.
Let's just say I could have done a sweeter deal.
Shame it's too late then, isn't it?
A contract, Piers, depends on both parties sticking to their side of the deal, which means Ellington doing so as well as Julie. If it could be demonstrated he hadn't, she'd have grounds for waiver. Let me hold on to this. I need to go through it properly.
Roy Kemp, Julie's father, Mark Cox.
Who needs no introduction. I don't think, apart from my daughter, I've ever followed a player more closely. It's an honor.
You're very kind.
Oh, he's nothing if not kind. It oozes out of him in globules. I'm the mother of the infant prodigy. Not that that counts for anything, but there we are. All I did was give birth to her.
Helen,
You're going to train her.
Well, if we're right for each other, yes.
You've aged a bit since you played at Wimbledon. But I suppose we all have. Aged, I mean, not played at Wimbledon. Well, I certainly never did. My husband might have taken more notice of me if I had. My God, Roy, you'll be in heaven. The two most adored people on earth, Julie and Mark Cox, here, together.
Roy, why don't you take Mark and see if you can find Julie?
Not.
Well, Ellington takes care of her pistol Mark. Good idea. No one's taken care of me for ages. Come on, Ellington. I'm all yours.
Helen, you're not helping your daughter by shining her up like that.
Oh, she always does. Don't you, Mummy?
Mark's waiting to meet you. Helen, would you mind staying here?
Do what I damn well please in my own house. It's all my money, you know. Roy never had a bean. I paid for everything. I made that girl what she is. Me.
It happened again. I got a phone call. Oh, Ellington, I'm so scared. He said, wait till you see what I've got for you next.
It's all right, Julie. Don't worry, it'll be all right.
I want you to come here and stay with me. I know you'll keep me safe.
I'll tell you what, I'll get Ben to come out and spend a few nights.
Why not you?
He's a light sleeper. After you.
Come on, Helen. Up.
Don't tell me what to do. I want another drink.
I've had quite enough to drink for 1 minute.
I want another drink.
Voice down, for heaven's sake.
I will not keep my voice by my bloody hand. Take your hands off me.
Oh,
Heaven's sake. Take your hands off me. Take your hands off me. You're nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
God, I think the worst has happened. We've become companionable.
I wouldn't go that far.
What's the matter then? Have you got someone else?
Of course not. I'm sorry, I'm just tired.
Oh, it's all right. Tell you the truth, I'm tired myself. Oh, I'm tired of that club, all right.
What's the matter with it? It's a good gig.
For what?
Money. What else?
Nothing else. Not for music, that's for sure. I sing to pre-recorded backing tapes in case you hadn't noticed.
Well, they make plenty of noise. People dance to them.
Oh, people dance to drum machines these days. It's not music, Ellington. I've started to hate going there.
Do something else then.
I have been. I've started singing jazz.
Jazz?
Well, you don't have to sound quite so surprised. It's fantastic. It's what I've been looking for all my life. I found my voice.
You don't know anything about jazz.
Oh, no. Come down to Three Juices Club, West Kensington, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm on with the quartet. God, you look thrilled. I thought you liked jazz. And with a name like yours.
All right. I'll come. I'd love to. Okay?
Oh, thanks. That'd be really nice. You sure you haven't found someone else?
I told you. Of course not. Of course not.
Ben, there's someone outside.
You sure?
Yeah, crossing the paddock to the court. I couldn't sleep. I was just looking out the window.
Stay here. Keep the door locked, all right?
Okay. Hello?
Who wants him? Julie.
Where'd you get this number? Well, he shouldn't have. What's happened? Is he all right? Hold on. What the hell are you doing?
Me? You've got a bloody nerve, Ellington. Get that cow off my phone and get out. Go round there. You might be more used to her than you are to me.
Angie, it's not like that. Ben in yet?
Soon as Vinny gets there to take over. Mail, faxes, phone calls.
Listen, I want you to book me a table for 9 o'clock tonight at the Three Deuces Club in West Ken. Money, no object.
The Three Juices? You don't have to book there. They haven't got any tables.
Sounds like my kind of place. Oh, yeah, and then I want you to ring Angie and tell her that I will be there as promised.
What are you taking her there for? You're trying to upset her?
That was brought off last night. And for your information, she's taking me.
None of my business.
Correct. Last night was a disaster. On a scale of 1 to 10, that was 50. Whatever happens today, things can't get any worse.
Your tax bill came.
Let's work on the serve to begin with.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Fine. No, I'm not. A bit shaky, really. I keep imagining if he'd got in.
But he didn't, and he won't. In my opinion, tennis is 80% in the mind, and what you've got to do is get him out of your head.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work you so hard that you'll forget everything and only be concerned about this great game of tennis. Okay?
Mm. Oh, my God. I did get in.
You next. So what did the police say about it?
No sign of entry, meaning it was an expert job.
You got a lodger.
I'll get her bags.
Well, are you sure that's all right?
They'll be glad of the company.
I don't mean them. I'm sorry, Ellington, but I'm her father. I mean, you quite sure Julie's going to be safe?
I wouldn't put her anywhere else.
In case anyone's interested in my opinion, not that anyone's asking, I think you're both being completely selfish. Julie's the one who counts here. We don't even know where these people live.
I think we can rely on Ellington's judgment, Helen. He's been concerned as anyone could be about our daughter.
If you were more of a man and less of a wimp, none of this would be happening.
And if you hadn't thought so much about yourself, you might have bothered to be a mother from time to time instead of a shambling drunk.
Ready.
We'll be off then.
Tragic.
Who the hell's that?
I don't believe this. What the press doing here? Listen, on the way out, try and look as relaxed as you can. Leave everything to me.
Oh, we can leave it all to you, Ellington. Can't think how we managed without you.
Julie, what can you tell me about the spate of terror attacks?
Gross exaggeration.
Has it affected your training schedule, Julie?
Julie is in great shape and becoming more of a world beater every day.
Are you disappointed that Linda Hurst is playing at the Brighton Women's instead of you?
I'm sorry, there's no cash prize for the stupidest question of the day. How do you think she felt?
Julie, are you satisfied with the way the police are investigating these attacks?
Look, can we not get this out of proportion? There have been a couple of very minor attempts at an invasion of Julie's privacy. That's all. Now, just a couple of shots, because we're in a hurry.
Julie,
how did you find out?
I can't reveal my source, Ellington.
It may have escaped your notice, but your source is about as exclusive as a tart on a Saturday night. Someone's virtually hired a PR agent here, and I want to know who it is.
And I want one exclusive quote from her that's not from you.
One. No, was it?
Anonymous tip-off by phone, man's voice. Oh, you can imagine how I felt when I turned up and found this lot here.
Yeah, about the same as I did. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Julie, one more.
One.
Julie, any message for your rival, Linda Hurst?
What do they say in the theatre? Oh, break a leg.
Julie? Julie? Julie?
I'm sorry about that. I don't know where they all came from.
No, it's not them. It's those horrible snakes. I keep on seeing them everywhere. I was really scared of them ever since I was little. I'm sorry.
Messages?
You could say that.
Ah, the lovely Penny Bruce. Well, I had to give her something. Tennis Hope denies terror campaign. Sources close to rising star Julie Kemp denied she's the victim of a campaign of terror. Her manager, with whom her name has recently been romantically linked. I'll sue him.
You can't.
Why not?
Well, no grounds. I mean, someone's only got a say in the pub. I bet he fancies her, and what they've printed there's true. Recently romantically linked.
But it isn't true.
It would be if she had her way.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on, Ellington, I've got eyes. If she'd come on any stronger, her knickers would catch fire.
She's a client, for God's sake. I'm old enough to be her father. What do you think? You think I've been at it with her?
Oh, I didn't say you'd
I'm
been at it.
asking him.
Well, if you say you haven't, I believe you. And I'm sure the same goes for Mary as well.
Yeah, but she has been encouraging you, and she does want to be famous. So who do you think's been talking to the press?
Nice to know who you can trust.
Wait a minute, Ellie.
I haven't got a minute. I've wasted enough time listening to you two. I do have other clients besides Julie Kemp, and I've got a mile of work to catch up on in there. So if it's not too much to ask, could you two get back to earning what I pay you? And you could start by using that famous brain of yours. Have you thought who's behind this? Not only does he know she's terrified of snakes, but he knows where the rackets are kept, and he knew how to get in. That tells me it's someone close. So I suggest you and Vinny get out there and start watching the man most likely to. Ellington. Yes, Ben, I am still here. Because I've got things to do. Now, what do you want? What's Logan doing there? Where'd they go?
He'll be here.
What I want to know is, does he bring Frank Bruno?
Well, he's got to be a better driver than you are.
We thought you were a jazz singer, Ange, not a javelin thrower's groupie.
Seriously, Ange, can't wait any longer.
No, they're screaming for us.
Come on, Ange, we're on.
Look, one more minute. Well, he's probably having trouble parking. Hold on.
Always the bridesmaid, but never the bride.
Ange, I'm sorry.
You heard the news?
Go on.
Linda Hurst, she's been beaten unconscious with a baseball bat.
What?
Someone surprised her when she got home. It means she's at the Brighton Women's, but Julie could be offered a wild card.
Yeah, Ben, yeah, I can work that out for myself. I can do joined up writing and everything. Listen, where are they taking her?
Harley House Clinic, I'm there now.
I'll be right over. Any news?
Nothing. This place is crawling with press.
I noticed. Hello. We're here to see Linda Hurst.
Are you relatives?
Friends.
Relatives only, I'm afraid. You can wait for a statement with the rest of her friends. Photographs are not allowed inside the hospital.
Actually, this is her fiancé.
So is that man over there, and that one, and the one we had to ask to leave. Next.
Oh, look. There's your mate.
That's made my night.
Ladies and gentlemen, Linda Hurst is in a critical but stable condition following the attack upon her earlier this evening at her home, during which she suffered concussion and a broken leg.
Is she conscious, Doctor?
How bad is the break, Doctor?
How will this affect her future?
I have nothing further to add.
Bit fortunate for you, isn't it?
What do you mean?
After what that bird of yours said, everyone here's on about it. They're all running it tomorrow.
What bird? Who said?
Julie Kemp. I was there. Any message for your rival? Hope she breaks a leg. Well, she has, hasn't she?
I'll give you romantically linked.
You leave me alone, Ellington. I was only doing my job.
What, like the man who attacked Linda Hurst was only doing his?
You don't like press freedom, move to Burma. It's called democracy.
I love it. That's why I'm going to give you an exclusive about my client.
You expect me to believe this?
Ask my brother. He's a solicitor. They're like journalists, you know. Not supposed to lie. Tell her about Julie. Someone's been trying to attack her, too. She's had to go into hiding. Get it? There is a sick person out there who is waging war on our best young women tennis players.
So does this mean your previous denials of a campaign of terror were untrue?
Yeah. I had to protect my client.
It's Rose.
We're all right. It was stuck on the door.
Right, that's it. I'm sorry, I'm staying here.
Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, Rose. You all right?
Take more than that.
You're driving. You better come with us.
Go on.
Don't be daft.
I said go on, I'm all right. He won't be back.
Where are we going then?
To get some answers.
Who is it?
It's Ellington. Open the door, Piers. I want to talk to you.
This is a bit rich bursting in here in the middle of the night.
So let's cut the crap. What's going on? Cosy.
Piers felt you were charging Julie too much. I have to say, Ellington, I did agree.
If only I'd known.
Julie's my sister, for God's sake. She's a lot younger than she thinks she is, and suddenly on the edge of a very big career.
And as of tonight, it's got even bigger. Julie's up for the Brighton Women's next month.
What?
Linda Hurst has been hospitalised by some nutter with a baseball bat. It's more than likely that Julie will be offered her place.
My God.
It gets better. Whoever did that to Linda has only done it so that he can show your sister he's looking forward to doing even worse to her.
Well, you don't think I'd have anything to do with that? I just wanted to make sure she was properly looked after.
By taking her to the opposition.
We had a couple of meals together.
And I gave her a copy of Julie's contract. All right, it was stupid of me to interfere, but I wouldn't be involved in anything like that. You've got to believe me.
I wish I didn't. But I do. You better turn the eating back on.
What for?
Because you're not leaving our site until I've finished this. Now, until I phone, you're sitting there with him. All right?
God almighty, I feel ghastly. This had better be good, Ellington. I haven't been up this late since the party lost an election.
I'm surprised your memory goes back that far.
That should wake you up. That was stuck on Vinnie's front door.
God, he knows where she is.
No, he doesn't. She's outside in the car with Vinnie.
What the hell's she doing?
Whoever this guy is, he's got very good information. Too good.
What do you mean?
He knew how to get into this house. He knew where the rackets were kept. He knew Julia's phobia about snakes, and he knew she was staying with Vinnie. Now, I think that someone who knew all that told him. And I don't think it was your son, Piers.
Wait a minute, Ellington. Look, I mean, I'm far more concerned about Julie's safety than you'll ever be.
Shut up, Roy. Do you know what, Ellington? You're right.
What? What are you saying?
God knows. God knows I'm jealous of my own daughter. I hate myself for it, but I am. Almost since you could stand, he had her out there knocking bloody balls at her. As she got older, she got better and better. More and more and more of it. Less and less and less of me. But how could I stand in her way? Tennis. It's destroyed my life. Still, as you say, somebody knows and somebody talked. But what I don't understand, since it was one of us, and since it wasn't me, is why.
You've always thought I was nothing. Laughing at me? Making other people laugh at me? Oh, this is Roy. He was nearly quite good once. Well, that's more than you've ever achieved in the whole of your selfish, snobbish, spoilt, spiteful life. Look at you. All you could ever do was get pissed.
Are you going to stand here and listen to this garbage?
And the one thing you hate above all is the fact that I managed to train Julie to be a champion.
And now you're losing her.
I'll never lose her. I'll always be there. You can't take that away from me.
Ridiculous. You're not capable of rage. That takes hunger, passion, ambition.
Daddy, shut her up.
You don't know the meaning of ambition. But she does.
You're drunk. You're mad. You've always wanted me to fail.
So who did hire the bad guy?
We never meant the other girl to get hurt. No, it was my fault. You've got to believe me. But I never asked him to do that. I don't even know his name. Look, he agreed to pretend to frighten Julie and then frighten Linda for £1,500 so that Julie could get to play Brighton. But he wasn't supposed to harm the poor girl.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up.
You're both in it. Both of you. You should have played by the rules, Julie.
But the man's a bloody psychopath. I tried to get hold of him. I wanted to stop him. I wanted to offer him a bonus, see if he'd pull the whole thing, but he never got back to me. I never...
Police.
But don't ever bet me, 'cause I'm gonna be true. If you let me, you're gonna love me like nobody's loved me. Come rain or come shine. Happy together unhappy together. And won't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always. I'm with you, rain or you're gonna love me like nobody's loved me, come rain or come shine. Happy together, unhappy together. And won't it be fine? Days may be cloudy or sunny, we're in or we're out of the money, but I'm with you always. I'm with you, rain or shine, shine,
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4.